Sadly, this is not where the story ends. Children are involved in another part of the informal economy: child labor. The International Labour Organization divides child labor into 3 categories:
underage children, hazardous work, and unconditional worst forms of child labor. Of the 8.4 million children involved in unconditional worst forms of child labor, 5.7 million of these children are in forced or coerced labor.
I really want to send you to school, but we don't have money. You need to work. Did you just say you needed money? Yes. Well, then let me hire your child. We'll pay him 38 cents per day. That's more you can ever get on the streets or in a farm. Oh. He'll just be working on a Jermal, a fishing boat in Morocco Straits. All he has to do is catch fish, call them out, clean them up. It's easy. Okay, then. That's great!
But this situation isn't actually great. Actually, it's appalling. Illegal brokers hire children by luring their families with promises of money and good work. Of the approximately 2,000 Jermals active in the Morocco Strait, less than 400 of them are registered with the government. So the other 1,600 plus Jermals work illegally. Yes, they are part of the informal economy. Jermals hire children because they know children and their families are desperate for money and do not complain as much about low wages and bad conditions. The children working in Jermals start from 4 a.m. and finish at 11:30 at night, and usually they stay up much later.
Get up! Get up for work! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Time to work, you lazy! You're so lazy, no food for you today!
Children are forced to work no matter how sick they are, in fear of being fired and therefore losing money for their families. They are prone to seasickness, skin diseases, stunted growth, malaria, vitamin deficiency, lung disease, and jellyfish stings, just to name a few. The children are treated as slaves. They have no beds to sleep on, and they eat barely 1 meal a day of rejected fish. Sometimes the children are so desperate for food, they'll submit themselves to sexual abuse by older workers for more rations. And this issue is not limited to Indonesia. It happens all around the world. In India, in Brazil, in Africa, in China, and even in wealthier countries such as Korea and the US with staggering numbers. Remember, 8.4 million children are in unconditional worst labor, and 5.7 million of these people are in forced labor. The joy of being young and being a child is harshly stripped away from these children. And not only that, but child laborers actually create a cycle of poverty. Child laborers work manual labor for the lowest wages starting from a young age, so they lose all chances for education and therefore chances for skilled labor. Thus, the poverty continues throughout the generations. So now that you've learned how children are involved in the informal economy, what can you do as teachers?